Beauties. Let's go ahead and do the blush tag and Scandalous Beauty's favorite blushes. So I have a stupid amount right here, all mixed in here and blah blah blah. So we're gonna get through as much as we can. I'm gonna start first with the blush that I'm wearing, which you probably can't see because it's so soft and subtle, but I'm so in love with it. It's ridiculous. It's the Emmanuel Ungaro Crushed. I don't even know what that says, but it's the pink one. There's two. It's not that creamy white one, but it's the pink one, which almost looks like a stain on the skin. So I'm gonna use it with the short handled brush from Holiday and just apply it to the cheek. And I'm wearing, of course, my Makeup Forever High Def Foundation and my HD powder on top, and I love the way this just glides on top, and it looks dewy. It gives your skin such a fresh face look, and I adore that. So I got a backup of this, and I adore it, which still should be available right now. Oop, text message. Sorry. So love that. I got something very similar. Face Stockholm cream blush on in New York. I got this last summer, and I was craving this, and now I realize I basically have two of the same thing. So three, since I have a backup. This is Becca, one of the brands that doesn't get the love that it deserves. Becca cream blush in Dahlia, which is a beautiful rusty orange. It's a matte orange, which is beautiful on the. It's so beautiful on the skin. It adds color without being colorful, you know, if that makes sense. But it has an effect, so I really like that one. A blush that I bought in my orange phase. This is Shuamora P Orange 58D, which is basically a mix, a love child of two things. Taj Mahal, my all-time favorite blush in the world by NARS. You already know this. And so many of you have told me that you already have this blush, that you got it based on my recommendation and other people's recommendations, and that you love it, and I'm so glad you love it. It's a color that is so beautiful on everybody. And this is Exhibit A. And that Shuamora is basically a love child of these two. So Exhibit A is also a sickening orange that is matte, and all you need is a smidge, like for real, a smidge of it. But it brightens the face in the most beautiful way. Really, it's really a beautiful blush. So I have some more NARS. I'm not going to go through all of them. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of them. This is Crazed, one of my favorite pink shades by NARS. It's a subtle shimmery pink with, it's very, very subtle. It's one of those colors that I really think you should start off with in your NARS palette. When you decide that you want to start wearing NARS and go to, you know, maybe higher end or try something pink, Crazed should be your first color. Simply adore it. And what else are we going to do? What else? Okay. I'll bust out my MAC palettes. These are some of my shades. Dolly Mix, a beautiful pink on the skin. Do Not Be Alarmed. Breezy. Love Crush. Plum Foolery, Sweet as Cocoa, and Blunt. Now, all of these are great to add color to the skin. I mean, that's a given for any blush. I don't have anything astronomical to say about any of these blushes, but if you want to try something, if you want to do a blush look and you want something that's going to pop, Breezy is beautiful. Dolly Mix is a beautiful, beautiful pink that's brighter than Crazed, NARS Crazed, but it's still very subtle. It's a shimmery, I mean, I just dipped my hand in it and you can probably barely see that. But it's very, very soft and subtle. Love Crush adds some bite. It gives you that vampy look, and it almost borderlines that 80s plummy look that all black women thought they had to wear. I don't know. That 90s look too, I guess. Yeah, but it doesn't. It has some shimmer, so it adds a little kick. And Plum Foolery is a color that almost looks like nothing on, but it adds that plummy effect. You kind of have to play with all this. It's hard to explain without doing swatches, and I wanted to do swatches, but there's only so many times that you can wet your brush, you know, get it, you know, from cleaning it and mess up your blushes and your face, blah, blah, blah. Sweet as Cocoa It's also a very beautiful brown, soft brown, and it has a little shimmer to it. So if you want a little something on your cheeks, but you don't know what, that's a good way to go. And blunt I use solely for contouring the cheek. It's the perfect matte contour. Just like for brown girls, you need that. For uh, lighter skin people, for Asian girls, for clear girls, use Strata, MAC Strata. So this is my other one. Half of this doesn't exist anymore. Ambering Rose is a beautiful rusty rose color. Raisin is like, should be your first like MAC blush. Like it's just that given. It's just a perfect like that perfect everyday throw it on and go. But I've played it. I've used it so many times that it's kind of whack. So I don't use Raisin anymore. But it's a very classic blush. You can wear it anytime with any look. You know, going to the office or school or whatever, it works. MAC doesn't make Fever anymore, or maybe they do. I don't know. Frame. I don't know if they make that anymore. Mountain High. That was with the Diana collection. It's a beauty powder, and I don't know the difference between beauty powders and blush. I don't know. And Mocha, which is a soft pale pink, which you have to really play with that to get it right on brown skin. But for clear girls and Asian girls, there are certain colors like Mocha, like Angel, like Blush Baby that should be in your everyday blush section as a matte girl. And for the lighter skin girls, colors like Copper Tone, not lighter skin, like the light skin girl, like the NC42s, 45s, colors like Gingerly, colors like Copper Tone, Blush Baby again, colors like that should be in your everyday thing, but you have to have Gingerly. That's like your everyday color. Like Raisin would have been mine. Gingerly would be yours. And that could almost be it. Now we're going to go to the bronzers, and then we're done. This right here is a legend. This is Metal Rock Mineralized Skin Finish. This came out when the Skin Finishes debuted. This is a chocolatey. Oh man, see MAC? Darn it, MAC. Y'all need to bring this back out. Y'all brought out every other skin finish. Bring back Metal Rock for the brown girls, please and thank you. This bad boy right here is so sick on the skin. So sick. Let me see if I can do it real quick. And it adds that sexy, like, can you see that? It is the business. And MAC well, they made it limited edition. And it's a beautiful, beautiful color. Even though I'm putting it over pink, it's beautiful. And it was limited edition about 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe it was 4 years ago. But it was a beautiful skin finish. Sam Fine used it at his seminar last year. He had some backups of it, and he uses it on his clients. And they came out with Gold Deposit. Gold Deposit was awesome for brown girls too, and now that's permanent. So hopefully they'll bring back Metal Rock and give us something to love as well that we can wear every day with anything. So Metal Rock was the business, but it's not out anymore. And for a more subtle bronzer, this is Cargo Dark Bronzer, which is very beautiful. It has a subtle sheen to the skin, a subtle glow to the skin, if you will, but it's also lovely. It's found in Sephora's nationwide. So that is it. Oh, and Scott Barnes Trio and Brandywine, which is a beautiful palette as well, with this gorgeous bronzy color here and these two matte roses. They're lovely. Oops. And it fell out. Great. This is lovely. Scott Barnes doesn't get the love that he deserves. And, oh, my favorite limited edition blush by MAC, Ablaze, which I tried to tell you about. I wear this in a ton of videos. But I love the fact that I don't know what color it is. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but on the skin, it's hot. It took the place for me of Raisin. So I bought 3 of these. I got 3 Raisin out because I was just kind of done with it. You know, I'd had my time with it, but I'm ready to move on. And Ablaze took its place. So Ablaze came out with Smoke Signals, one of my favorite MAC collections ever. So I hope you enjoyed my blush tag. That's basically it. And all the blushes that I didn't use will be on scandalousbeautyonline.com, my beauty blog. So if you want to check out my other favorite blushes. Also, clumpsofmascara.com has a brown and blush-in series, which B uses to